Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to a game here on Oceanborn between Lambo in the bottom right, spawning as our blue Zerg player, and in the top left as the red Zerg playing for Team DKZ. It is of course Dark. Dark versus Lambo on Oceanborn. Now what in the world is Oceanborn? Well, it's a map with not just a beautiful textures, kind of reminiscent of, is it called Abyssal Reef here? I think that's what it used to be called. Very beautiful textures indeed. I love this tile set in general. But this is the #1 map. This is the map that won the Team Liquid map contest in the voting. So very cool for Oceanborn. It is freaking pretty. It really is. Now, what else is it but pretty? Well, let's have a look. You have a relatively... Ooh, it's a freaking octopus or a squid or something. Anyway, you have a pretty big natural. Can you just say that? Yeah, it's a pretty big natural. I think there's some jump-in spots for Blink Stalkers. The main is fairly large as well, so it might be hard against Blink Stalkers if you're a Terran player. And you just see the stupid squid just flying around the entire time. It's pretty wild. Third base, okay, easily defendable, but with the fourth base, things really open up. This base is exposed in case of any, maybe tank pushes in a TVZ or Blink Stalker pushes in a PVZ. Just tanks in general are going to be good, or mines. This base is also fairly difficult to hold. There's multiple angles you need to defend. So I think a lot of this is going to kind of revolve around fourth base snipes. This is also a map that is a little bit smaller, which means that a lot of attacks can hit quite hard. The Reaper jump spots are limited to, I think, just one over here in between these two. This is like little hooks or something. What in the world is this? The Captain Hook inspired map, I think. Anyway, we're here for a ZVZ, so Reaper jump spots and Blink Stalker areas don't matter so much, as it's going to be a Zerg versus Zerg between Lambo and Dark, as I switch the colors in the correct direction. I always hate it. I'm going to ruin all your GSL experiences from now on by introducing a new pet peeve to you. So the GSL doesn't care about the names of the players, whether they correspond with the position on the map. And this triggers the ever-living crap out of me. Like, I'm watching the GSL and I can feel my body temperature rising, If I'm watching the GSL and the name doesn't correspond properly, I need to start calling my doctor. And if this happens 2 games in a row, it's like blood, my what you call it? My heart starts beating too fast. My temperature gets too high. Blood pressure goes up. Life just freaking sucks at that point. They'll have no problem doing something like this. Lambo on the top side, on the overlay, but on the bottom side of the map. And from now on, all of you have the exact same pet peeve. Most of you hadn't noticed until now. Now you're gonna go back into GSL VODs. Oh my god, you're gonna be so freaking triggered. GSL will never be the same for you. It's gonna be shaking aggressively every single time you watch it. Just ruined the greatest StarCraft 2 tournament in the world for you. That's how it is, my friends. Alright, fairly standard ZVZ game so far, with a quicker lair here for Dark than a lair for Lambo. Is Lambo planning on some shenanigans? No, he's getting his own lair right now. He's getting an Evo chamber in the main base. He's hiding it though. And the shadow of this thing is absolutely annoying the ever-living crap out of me. That's all I can pay attention to. Oh my god. Imagine having this base and seeing that the entire time. I get so distracted. There's none over here. No squid, is there? There's no squid flying around here. This map is underwater, of course. Alright, what else do we have over here? We have pneumatized carapace, also known as Overlord Speed. We have an Evo chamber that is doing currently nothing. Okay, starts an upgrade. Goes into 6 gas. Is Lambo pretending to play Muta? I think that's what's happening here, actually. I think Lambo is pretending to play Muta. These Banes are coming in, man. And the German player is quick enough with the response there. Very fast 6 gases. Now, what could this mean? This could mean that he wants his opponent to attack into him. It's like a bait, Lambo's baiting his opponent to attack into him. But Dark says, hey, I can also take 6 gas. Look at that. So we're going to have a 6 gas versus a 6 gas. Now, this is the one matchup I'm not so familiar with, so I don't actually know what this necessarily means. Oh, it's going to be Baineling drops. Now that's cool. That is freaking cool. That is actually freaking cool. You don't really see this a whole lot in this matchup, do you? You don't really see this a whole lot in this matchup. It is probably going to get spotted, though, unless Dark is asleep. Let's take a look at his first-person view here. Bum-ba-dum, bum-bum-ba-dum. He's building spores preemptively. He's afraid. Yeah, he should be. Should be freaking afraid of this. Baineling drops can be really scary. Can be game-altering, life-changing experiences. People sometimes say that like doing magic mushrooms or LSD, you know, they have like some life-altering experience. Like, life isn't the same. Now, let me tell you, your eco isn't the same after a Baineling drop. That's also true. It's also, you know, game-altering for sure. I'm not sure what's worse, is playing a game on magic mushrooms or playing after both of your mineral lines have been Baineling dropped. I think in both scenarios, it's fairly unlikely that you're going to win. Roach is also still in here, looking for some damage. Not quite finding it yet. +2 is a bit quicker here for Dark. You're immediately on the back foot though as Dark. No? You can't really take map control. You have these stupid things still flying around. It has to be uber triggering. I would be triggered if I were Dark. It's like going absolutely nuts. You can also send in fake drops the entire time, which would be hilarious to me. Oh, no way, no way. Ooh. That was a freaking shot. That was beautiful. Dark is the type of guy that when he takes off his socks, he throws them into the laundry basket from like 10 meters away. Backwards, with his eyes closed. Never misses. Not once does he miss. What I do miss this game is some action. Holy crap, this has been slow. CVZ, a knife fight in a phone booth. This is a knife fight between two elderly people who've both fallen asleep in this phone booth. What is this garbage? I was promised some action. Yeah, I'm getting nothing over here. Okay, roaches are finally going to drop in the main, but there's 4 roaches already in position, so it's pointless. Lambo continues pushing on the map. It's going to be down an upgrade soon, so needs to be careful. It's being jumped upon here. Here starts the night fight in the phone booth. As, both our elderly men take out the knife out of their pocket, and they're finally getting started. Seems that Lambo is the first one to truly deal some damage with the superior concave. Pre-+2 for Dark as well, who finishes his upgrade midway through the fight. I don't think that is enough, though, to turn this fight around. This went fairly poor here. It really did go fairly poor. Oh, it actually is enough to turn it around. What do I know? 13 more roaches, 4 more ravagers, as well as +2 here for Lambo. He has some stuff on the way. He has more drones as well, 4 more drones. It's not huge, but it's still like, what, 150 minerals extra a minute? And you add this up over 10 minutes, you have 1,500 minerals. That's not bad. It's also not game-changing. Not comparable to LSD at all then. I wonder if this video gets demonetized because I talk about drugs. I hope not. I don't actually know what the policy is on that. I'm gonna have to read the rules again after this. Oh god, life is difficult. Where was I? Fort bases. Tunneling claws, Budo as well. It is entire. This game is going into familiar territory where both players are throwing roaches at each other until one player runs out of roaches and the other one has more. And then the player with more roaches usually wins. But until that point, the thing that's most important is just maneuvering and basically looking for positions. Lambo is going to just burst through here, says, hey, I see a concave here that I can walk into where I'm going to be taking a good fight. He just walked into some biles, loses some roaches initially, but due to his larger concave, more surface... Oh my god, he forgot the micro there. Does actually manage to kind of push through. At the same time, though, there's a bunch of roaches on the other side of the map for a counterattack, as Dark believed that he had that opportunity, and he took that opportunity. Oh, Lambo also killing some drones. Oh, Lambo actually the one that is killing drones. Dark is the one that's not doing very much right now. He's killed 3 drones. It does take out the hatchery, though. But 56 workers to 67? What is worse here, losing a base or losing drones? I think it's about as bad, honestly. There's some severe undersaturation on the side of Dark. There's some minor oversaturation on the side of Lambo, who does have the tunneling claws, but is down in supply at this point. Income is practically even. As now we have pneumatized carapace coming in. Dark spotted, by the way, that there's Burrow roaches and has immediately built overseers. He still has the spores from earlier when those scary looking Baineling drops were trying to come in that achieved absolutely nothing. Let's not forget about that. It did nothing. These drops were completely pointless. I think it's important to mention that as well every now and again. You know, when something happens and it does nothing, it's like, yeah, that was bad. Well, it wasn't bad, it just did nothing. Yeah. Status quo remained intact. Ooh. That hits nothing. 3 roaches do manage to sneak in here. And we'll take out 4 drones before kicking the bucket. Kicking the bucket always seemed like a weird phrase. How did that come to be? I bet there is some weird tradition back in the day where if you died, then your family would kick a bucket around. But then you wouldn't kick the bucket because you're already gone. Like maybe back in the... Maybe a bucket is like a nickname for a mine or something like that. So when you would kick a mine, it would explode and you would die. Oh no, he kicked the bucket. Like World War I vernacular. It's possible. Interesting little fight here. As roaches are fighting with one another. Back and forth, looking for concave. Just kind of sharking around. Ooh, it seems like Dark is the superior shark here. He's the tiger shark. Lambo is a smaller shark. I only know the tiger shark. I think that one's pretty large. Or Lambo is a shark and Dark is the orca. I think orcas eat. They're the apex predator in the ocean, and they eat everything. Absolute animals. Yeah, this fight did not go so well for Lambo, who's running out of minerals. And it's also probably going to lose this fort base once more. Dark has a superior position. Could throw Biles onto the arm. He could also go for the hatchery. Hatchery is going to be saved, actually, as Lambo finds an angle, somehow, some way to engage. Takes out a lot of these roaches here. The game continues with more roaches being built. Man, if you love roaches, this is your lucky day. Because we're seeing a lot of them, aren't we? This is pure use. 131 roaches lost on the side of Lambo. 116 lost on the side of Dark. Lambo is now up in supply, up in workers, and even bases. Now, I know it doesn't look like it, but Lambo might actually be winning. Or the game is even. Actually, the game is probably just even. It's bad, but look at that. Unpredictable pattern. It's like 2 patrol points. Yeah, no way they're going to figure that one out. Trying to track it with a pen, you know. Pen and paper. Dark is sitting at ours. Like, how does this work? He moves in 2 directions. That's not a simple patrol pattern here. Can never guess where it's gonna go. Anyway. Oh, Lambo did manage to guess here. This is a single patrol pattern, you see? Too easy. Way too easy. What a rookie move here by Dark. You need those double patrol patterns. Can never figure it out. Dark is supply block currently. He's chasing here with roaches. And here's defending with roaches. It's really roaches all around. With a Spire coming up for Lambo. He's trying to attack into Corruptor. No, it's going to be a couple of mutas to clear the Overlord on the Dark side. Oh! Sandwich time! Aye, 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 aye. You're not at the subway, Lambo. This is not a good type of sandwich. This is not good at all. He's going to get cut. Oh, no, never mind. It's when the meat in between your sandwich is still alive and starts fighting back. Very unlucky for you, Dark, but that sandwich did not end so well for you. Poof, poof. Couple of Biles hitting those roaches as more roaches are in production. Yeah, this is a monstrosity of a game so far when it comes to roaches here, roaches there, roaches freaking everywhere. I mean, this is fairly clean, no? Hello? Hello? That was, I don't want to say obvious, but yeah, I mean, that definitely just happened here. Lambo said, okay, you know what? He's going across the map with a lot of roaches. That means that I have an opportunity to actually dive on top of his army. Hits himself with a couple of Biles in the face, but is also pushing through here. At the same time, has started losing a lot of workers at home. 27 roaches are in production for Lambo. What's the larva count for Dark? There's none. Oh, no, Dark forgot to inject? What a rookie move. This is absolutely key when you're playing Zerg. He has no larva. He's so much money in the bank. What a mistake. Oh no, what a mistake. Spine in the main base here for Lambo has taken care of some of these run-bys. Only 2 workers have gone down. How is that even possible? I guess he burrowed drones or something? Freaking legendary plays here out of Lambo. He's up 40 supply. Can build flying units. as he has a Spire. There's a Hydra then on the way. It's 6 Muta time. It's Muta time. We're gonna need a couple more Overseers here, though. That's fairly valuable at this point. Boom. 3 roaches do get bopped. These bad boys, what's gonna happen with them? I don't know yet. I hope they're not unburrowing yet. I think they... Oh, Lambo saw that. Lambo saw that move. He spotted it. You saw that? He's looking at the base. He immediately moves over. It's like, hey, there's some roaches. I want to eat them. Poof! That does not quite get a proper surround on this, though. So Dark just runs out in the belly of the beast. Lambo is the whale. A killer whale. That's the biggest one. Is Orca Dutch? I think it might be. It's one that has the beautiful white and black. See, I'm not sure if that's the same at all. God, it's so difficult to translate animals. Anyway, Lambo is winning. The one animal that I do know is the roach over here. Also known as the cucaracha. This doesn't look like a great fight for Lambo. He has a lot of Ravagers. And these are vulnerable. They're taking a bit of a beating. The mutas are helping out, but all these Ravagers are dying. That's very expensive. At the same time, though, 5 roaches over here. There's 7 more. I'm not quite sure what these guys were doing, but they're also having a blast. This base is in some minor trouble, but Dark comes in with the reinforcements. The cavalry always arrives exactly when it needs to. As these roaches and hydras are perfectly in time. On time. Also in time. Pa, pa, pa. Beautiful stuff. 4 more drones on the way for Dark. Dark wants more drones. He says, hey, I don't get enough money right now. I need more drones. It's a fair play. Overlords are being taken out. No matter how good the patrol paths would be of these overlords, they're still dying against these mutas. Because mutas don't care about where they patrol. They can shoot up. They can shoot up. Lambo is up in supply by about 44 right now. Quick maths. Hydralisk popping out here. Ravager count is heavily favoring Lambo. It's going to go up to 9. And that is 9 more than Dark has because he has 0. 5th base coming out for Lambo. I don't think Dark is planning on taking a 5th. I think Dark is planning on leaving the game within the next 28 seconds, I would say. Okay, that was maybe too conservative of a guess. Within the next minute or so. Oh, Lambo's gonna pop in over here and says, hello. Where's your Ravagers? Ah, right, you don't have any. Well, there's 3 now. Still, that's a low number. That was all the biles that Dark had. Gonna have to wait another, 14 seconds to get the next round. About 9 seconds? I don't even know what the cooldown on this spell is. It is too short, that's for sure. 182 supply against 44. These roaches still sharking around. Lambo is a killer whale and a shark at the same time. And he's about to eat Dark. Roach is moving forward. Lambo has not built anything but roaches. I guess he built the mutas in the past 12 minutes or so. Both players move commanding into one another. Like is the dance that they do before they mate roaches. They just bump into each other with a move command. Actually, this was fairly bad for Lambo. That was a really, really bad fight. And he's lucky that he has a 5th base and he's going to be outmining his opponent with the superior worker force, but that was not entirely great. It really wasn't. Needs to be somewhat careful. I mean, as long as there's no 5th base, why does Lambo really bother? He's not maxed out. He's outmining his opponent. He's going to be outmining his opponent for longer. It takes a good trade. I guess he knows that he can trade. I guess that's the difference here. A bunch of, what you call them changelings just moving around. Interesting move. Whoop, another Hydra gets acided here by these roaches. It's very painful always when they die on high graphics. I'd rather die on low graphics, I think, if I'm a roach. Or if I'm dying versus a roach. He explodes into ashes almost, it looks like. Underwater. Should rise to the top, shouldn't it? Little fish. He saw a lot of... What is this fish? Holy crap. This guy's ugly. No offense to the fish. Where's he going? This guy's on a path. But apparently it looks like a jellyfish mixed with a broodlord and a squid. Look at this. What in the world is this? Oh, you should... No, they're not fighting right now. Okay. 119 army supply to 85. Lambo realizes he's close to maxed. I mean, he doesn't need to fight. He's outmining his opponent by so much right now. Like legit 800-900 minerals a minute. Dark is taking gases. It's like, well, I can't get more minerals, but maybe more gas. That's also a resource, isn't it? I can make a deal with America. Send me some mineral. Send him some of my gas. Ooh. Poof, 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 poof. Yeah, this game is over. Absolutely. Look how many Ravagers there is as well. That's a huge asset. Puff! Everything exploding. GG gets called. Lambo wins the game. And that means he won the game, really. New map, Oceanborn. Looks fun. Aggressive game. Except for the first 9 minutes. But after that, fairly interesting. I'll rate this 7.5 out of 10. If you have a different rating for this game, be sure to leave it down in the comments. If you hate ZVZ, be sure to also leave that down in the comments. If you believe that Baineling drops are easier to deal with than mushrooms, also leave that down in the comments. I'm very curious about all of your opinions. Thank you so much for watching today, and bye-bye.